Here's why you shouldn't use your watercolor brushes with acrylic paint. Before we explore why, let's get one thing out of the way. What I'm not saying is that you shouldn't go buy a brush that you like that's marked for something like acrylic or oil. If you like the bristles, the shape, and the feel of the brush, you can use it for whatever medium you want. The real problem is what happens after you use a brush in acrylic. Now, many of these are years old, so they've got quite a bit of wear and tear, but because watercolor is a water-soluble medium, when you actually wash your brush out, you're going to get all of the paint out. Whereas with acrylic paint, over time in these brushes, it actually kind of gets shoved up here into the base of the brush and dries there, which over time is going to splay these bristles apart. And watercolor brushes you typically want to have as fine of points as possible so that you have more precision where you want it. So technically, you could take a brush you've been using for acrylic and use it on your watercolor. It's not going to damage it in that way, but your nice, crisp watercolor brushes will be damaged by acrylic paint. So you want to make sure you're keeping these brushes off to the side where you're only going to be using them for watercolor so that they'll last you long.